In November 2016, Donald Trump was voted the President of the United States. A man so confident about his own abilities that it inspired millions of Americans to vote for him. A leader with such tremendous confidence surely would take massive action and lead the country into the right direction. Nope. Let's take a look at the Dunning-Kruger Effect, the paradoxical phenomenon at fault for the biggest political disaster since... It is hard to make any reference here, so let's move on. The Dunning-Kruger effect was discovered in 1999 by psychologists David Dunning and Justin Kruger, based on the criminal case of MacArthur Wheeler, a man who robbed banks with his face covered with lemon juice, which he believed would make it invisible to the surveillance cameras. Wheeler's incompetence was based on him misunderstanding the chemical properties of lemon juice as an invisible ink. Let's take a look at a graph. What you probably see immediately is that with great knowledge comes great confidence, and with no knowledge comes great confidence as well. And here lies the problem. When we see a message delivered with confidence that also corresponds with how we see the world, many of us can be incredibly susceptible for people that claim to be experts but have no basis for their statements. As one newspaper reads, a climate denier, for example, hears something on Fox News and thinks he now has all the knowledge he needs to dismiss global warming as a hoax. He believes he knows more than the experts in the field because he has no idea of what they do and the kind of research that goes into their findings. And the current president of the United States is exactly one of these uneducated, overly confident people that is very susceptible for this paradoxical effect. Combine that with his smart strategies for gaining attention by the media, and what you get is an incredibly powerful voice for people with zero confidence that believe they are doing the right thing, even when the facts say otherwise. As you saw, with rising competence, the confidence first decreases before it rises again. That's why more often than not, these people have zero interest in learning anything about the field because they believe they already know everything there is to know to make a qualified judgment. The Dunning-Kruger effect is a big reason why it's so frustrating and futile to argue with Trump supporters. You can't educate someone who already thinks they know it all. But Trump takes the Dunning-Kruger effect exceptionally far, much further than most people. His lack of self-awareness is almost pathological. I plan to insert some comments he made that show his incompetency, but after a long time of research, I found that there are simply too many. But then, the question that remains is, how can we overcome the Dunning-Kruger effect? Probably the best solution is to always be learning. If there is a topic people around you are debating, beware of making any judgment before you research the topic thoroughly. Reading 3 articles on the internet doesn't count. If there is someone in the group who's obviously more competent in the field, ask questions. If you want to challenge his statements, you better have credible and rational proof. Also, fast decisions are generally more biased than impulsive decisions. If you are about to make a quick decision on a topic you know very little about, better take a step back and research. Salespeople love to appeal to your impulsiveness to drive you to buy while you sit back and think you know all about your decision. Great confidence can certainly be useful to achieve your goals in your daily life. But in-the-moment confidence should be rooted in lots of preparatory self-doubt, learning and consideration. And since you watched this video, you are at least aware now that the Dunning-Kruger effect exists, which may help you to reconsider and pause next time you're overestimating your objective knowledge about certain topics. Keep learning, keep improving, and stay curious. As always, thank you for watching and don't forget to be valorous.